Welcome to yet another Touhou LostWord stream. Today we are taking a look at yet another ruin of memory and whatever is hiding behind that, as well as 1, 2, 3 other things, depending on how much time things take. Let's see, or hear, who we are dealing with today. It's the Silver Gale. Fujiwara no Moko. Check out my legendary mantle. Pretty cool, right? Don't I look just like a ninja? The kids in the village love it. So I guess her relic is this weird mantle she's wearing. As usual, I have assembled a somewhat fitting team to help her out in the upcoming battle. I'm not entirely sure if this is strong enough to deal with whatever we are being presented with, but I guess we're gonna try. Also, I wonder if we're gonna meet yet another PC-98 character, as that has been a theme for these relic stories. Surely she wouldn't be meeting a character that has to do with reincarnation, right? Nah, that would be too easy. Let's see. Also, somehow it's still summer in this game at some points. I'm such a fool. This is starting differently from the previous ruins though, because usually it starts with me. And yeah, story cards are all over the loading screens. There's not really any sense to them. Why now, of all times? Why am I thinking about what happened back then? Is this that thing where your life passes before your eyes when you die? How often does that happen to you, Moko? I didn't think I'd ever experience such a thing after becoming immortal, but you die so often. This is my end. The end of my life. People call it death. So this is what he felt. Oh, I get it. These are my memories. Maybe this one's gonna be different. I often stood near the entrance of the bamboo forest like this. I stood here and sensed the illusions of lost people departing. And I watched the smoke that never ceases to rise from the Yokai mountain. Iwanagahime. I still haven't apologized to you, have I? The Horai jar. Yeah, I had a feeling this was feeling like backstory Moko. The gift from the moon that I tried to steal from him. Thinking back on it now, did I really go through all that trouble just to get back at Kaguya? Kaguya left that jar as a gift for the people dear to her, so that I think she would get annoyed if I broke it. Is that true? Would Kaguya really get angry if she heard that it had been broken? Maybe she would. At the very least, I thought so at the time. But yeah. I was such an immature kid back then. I finished my rant though. So, good. Good for that. Which makes sense. But... is that all? Moko? Are you awake, Moko? Fish is talking to you. Huh? Where am I? You're... you must have had quite a scary nightmare, no? A nightmare? Well, I can understand why. We did just see a god with our own eyes. And there's also that jar in the middle of the room. You might have had better dreams if you didn't know what was inside. But you found out along with everyone else. The jar. The Horai jar. It contains the Horai elixir. Miraculous medicine from that moon that bestows true immortality to whoever drinks it. If that's here, that means... no way. My hair's black. Oh! Alternate timeline. We did not break the jar. Are you okay, Moko? What? How do you know my name? Hmm? It seems you are still half asleep. But you are a child, so it's understandable. You can slowly recover your senses while you listen to what I have to say. If you don't... no, I shouldn't talk about that. You seem confused, so I shall start from the beginning. My name is Tsuki no Iwakasa. I came to this mountain that harbors an inextinguishable flame under orders from the Emperor to dispose of this jar. No, you know what it contains now. I'm here to dispose of the Horai elixir. Iwakasa of the moon. Sounds cursed to me. Right, he's Iwakasa. And you are Fujiwara no Moko. You claimed to be a bandit who wanted to steal this jar, but you're actually the daughter of Fujiwara, aren't you? What was that? A dream? No, I don't feel tired or sleepy. And even if it was a dream, why would I see it now of all times? Is this some kind of opportunity? I should have been an internal being, but this distortion has caused me to fade from existence. So, is this some kind of miracle? A chance for me to absolve my sins? I know you, Moko. The Tsuki clan manages the Imperial Court's treasures. We are specialists in unusual items like the contents of this jar. That is why I received this order from the Emperor. I also know what happened to the 5 suitors from the noble clans, including your own. I was the one who provided them with information about the irretrievable treasures when they came to me for advice. It is my duty to manage the documents surrounding such items, and the Emperor gave me permission to help them. The Emperor was already interested in the princess at this time. He was closely observing to see whether the princess's impossible tasks could truly be performed or not. Sorry, you probably don't want to hear about that. I merely want to explain how I knew your name and recognized your face. My memory is fuzzy because this happened so long ago, but I'm sure I wouldn't have told him my real name. Iwakaza could have already heard about me from someone else, so what he's saying makes sense. But that raises a new question. I should try asking him. Why are you telling me all this? Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. Your question made me realize that I didn't have to tell you so much. I was just trying to wake you up, but I should have talked about something else. No, maybe I had to tell you what I did due to my nature as who bears the surname Tsuki. Your nature? Yes. Tsuki means to investigate and put in order. It also might mean moon. We are a clan that gathers, studies, and manages tools. Tsuki also means to tune in a musical sense. Thus, instruments are included in the tools we deal with. It also might mean moon. Possession is a homophone of Tsuki, which leads to Tsukumogam. Instruments and other tools act as vessels for the spiritual energy that flows all over this world. And we entreat the moon, another Tsuki, for the source of this energy. That's why I'm perfect for this mission. I don't understand. I haven't learned about language theory. Right. I suppose that's to be expected. Most of the tools my clan deals with are magical because any layman could handle normal tools. Consequently, we grew accustomed to these kinds of tools, both in terms of knowledge and constitution. We've also had many strange experiences, like what's happening right now. I can't be entirely certain, but I'm fairly sure that you weren't able to speak like this last time. Last time? Did he really just say that? Is Iwakaza also watching this dream or vision thing from somewhere else? So, have you remembered yet? Have you remembered the volatile situation we are in? No. I must have been overthinking it. Iwakaza is acting just like a person living in the moment would act. One, two, three. Several soldiers are sleeping in the darkness. Right. Now I remember. These people gave me food and water. They spoke of their families to distract me from the grueling climb and carried me when I couldn't walk any further. They are kind, normal people. They are my subordinates, lent to me by the Imperial Court. I have a duty to return them home safely. However, they could try and steal the elixir at any moment, and they might even try to kill you or me in the attempt. They are our enemies. Yes. That's why we were staying the night in this tiny abandoned shack previously used by aesthetic monks. We're taking shifts to keep watch on the jar and each other in groups of 2 or more while the others get some sleep. Iwakasa was ordered to climb to the summit of the mountain closest to the moon and throw this jar into its eternal fire. I gave up trying to steal the jar after he told me that, 'cause I'd be satisfied as long as I got to see it burn. But the look in the soldier's eyes changed when it was revealed that the jar contained an elixir of immortality. It could be worth a fortune. Lots of people have sought immortality in the past, including an emperor. Though, as far as I know, none of them ever became a celestial. That path is too difficult. It's practically impossible. On the other hand, this elixir that Kaguya left behind completely changes the rules. The Emperor and the old couple probably considered the elixir to be worthless because of the grief they felt in losing Kaguya. That's noble of them. They must have been good people. I heard that the Emperor was obsessed with getting Kaguya to marry him, so I guess he must have matured as a person. Matured. Was my father the same? No, that's irrelevant. All that matters is that this is the only sure way to attain immortality. If you sold it, you could get enough money to live in comfort and luxury till the end of your days. I'm sure common soldiers' pay is barely enough to support them, so why wouldn't their greed get the better of them? As a person of higher rank, I should have taught them better. But it seems I was too late. I let them and myself down. Rank, huh? We cannot afford to sleep, but I'm sure you've come to your senses by now. Join me in conversation, daughter of Fujiwara. Rank. Family. I no longer have any opinion on such things. My father, brothers and sisters left this world long ago. Disregarding the controversy with Kaguya, I'm sure they led a happier life than most. I'm more concerned about what happened then. It started with the event that caused the soldiers to change. Iwakasa didn't tell anyone what was in the jar because he knew that knowledge would make the soldiers go mad. That god was the one who revealed the secret. She's also the one who... It's her fault! If only she hadn't been there. What did you think of her, Moko? What did you think of the god who manifested at the mountain summit? Sakuya Hime. Her. If she hadn't been there, the elixir would have been burned. And that would have been the end of it. It all went to hell because she revealed what was in the jar, prevented Iwakasa from burning it. If only Sakuya Hime hadn't been there. You're thinking, if only she didn't interfere, aren't you? But was it that obvious? You look like a vengeful Oni, but considering what you've gone through, I can't really blame you. Wait, do you also know why I'm here? The daughter of Fujiwara appeared before me while I was on my way to burn the horror elixir. Your reason for being here must have something to do with Princess Kaguya. That's the only explanation. You probably aim to satiate your vengeance by messing with anything and everything connected to her. He's right. But even though he correctly guessed my secret, he doesn't seem to be mad at me or happy with himself. Yeah, now that I think about it, he's been like that since the beginning. When I collapsed from exhaustion while following him up the mountain, he found me and gave me water. He looked at me with the same smile he has now, like he feels sorry for me. But then again, kids your age don't usually care so much for their families. They live more for themselves. What happened to you? No, you don't need to tell me. Let's get back on topic and talk about Sakuya Hime. From your perspective, she's probably a nuisance, but Sakuya Hime is a god. The words of a god bear as much weight as the emperor's, so I have no choice but to dispose of this elixir some other way. I have no doubts about that. I just need to find that other way. Also, I'm sure she spoke the truth when she said that a disaster would occur if the elixir was burned on this mountain. Gods preside over the laws of the universe. Sakuya Hime is a god who seals fire with water, but she's also a god who uses water to grow trees. Konohana Sakuya Hime. Cherry blossom trees are sacred, and she is the god who makes them bloom. That's why she's so wary of fire. She wouldn't have gone out of her way to reveal herself before humans if that wasn't the case. Yeah, it is the one from Dog Game. I was thinking that too. Okami, that is. I'm trying strongly to remember if she appeared in Moko's backstory back in Silent Sinner in Blue? No, it was... Silent Sinner in Blue was the manga. Which one was the novel thing? I forget. Changeability of... No. That's a Music City. I forget. Right. Gods don't reveal themselves before humans without very good reason. That's how it usually is anyway. But that goddess, she was so human-like in the way she looked and spoke. Are all gods like that? Or was that just the form she took to speak with humans? No, it's not Bohemia Archive in Japanese, right? That's also a different book. It's the companion novel to Silent Sinner in Blue and Rabbit of the Earth and Rabbit of the Moon. Like the third of those three stories, or three sides of the story. It's getting even more confusing, and I'm not talking about Sakuya Hime. Now I need to actually look it up, what it's called. Because otherwise it's gonna bother me. Cage and Lunatic Renegade. That's the name. I knew it started with a C. Chapter 4, The Eternal Flame. Oh, you should definitely read it if you didn't. It was probably the best part of that 3-part story. Or 3 medium story. And yes, Sakuya Hime did appear in it. Good to know. I can no longer differentiate between the me with the dream, within the dream, and the me watching the dream. We merge together somewhere along the line. I can't tell which one of us knows what or feels what. Oh, it's like being half asleep. Iwakasa also looks like he's reached his limit. What's going on? We can't sleep here. Don't we? Have to? Stay awake? Huh. Whoops, I completely fell asleep. I have to open my eyes and watch over the elixir. Up. Huh? Whose voice is that? Wake up, Fujiwara no Moko. There may be fire. Red. There's red everywhere. No matter where I look, everything is coated in red. It might also just be blood. I'm surrounded by a metallic smell and a taste that can only be described as pain won't leave my mouth. I can't breathe. They are no more. The soldiers who climbed up this mountain with me have been reduced to forms that are no longer recognizable. What is this? What happened? No, who did this? Red, red, red! Red, 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 red. This feels like Tsukihime now. How much time has passed? I can't tell if it's been eons or just a moment since I woke up. The color and smell are the only things clear to me. They keep infecting my eyes and nose. I can't get them out of my head. Wait. Where's Iwakasa? Iwakasa! Don't worry. I woke up Iwakasa too. The jar is also safe. A calm voice worked its way into my ears. It was a cold and dispassionate voice. Like a bucket of freezing cold water, it splashed onto my heart, violently forcing me to calm down. And it seems Iwakasa experienced much the same sensation. Moko, I'm glad you're okay. Iwakasa, you're always worrying about me, even at a time like this. What's there to be glad about? You've made such a mess. Yes, I was thinking about that scene from Tsukihime. Correct. How many times has this happened now? Who's there? I can hear you, but I can't see you. Huh? Can't you tell by my voice? It's me, Sakuya Hime. What? She's right. I do recognize her voice. It sounds exactly like the Sakuya Hime who spoke to us at the top of the mountain. But how can I be sure? Can I trust my memories? More spooky sounds. I have to see her with my own eyes. Please, show yourself. What? That's such a hassle. A hassle? Yes, it's a pain. Don't you know that gods don't usually have a tangible form? We have to go out of our way to manifest an image of ourselves for humans. It's like having to choose an outfit when you are suddenly called to go outside. Isn't that a hassle? But think about the situation we're in. You have to show yourself. I don't get it. There's something off about all this. But I can't put my finger on it. Yes, I suppose you do have a point. From my perspective, it was you humans who caused this to happen. You should have descended the mountain faster. But I'm sure you suspect that the blame lies with me. There's also Iwakasa's current state to consider. My mission. What am I going to do now? I would very much like for Iwakasa to dispose of the elixir. You're too small for the task. There's no way you could carry that jar all the way to Yatsugatake, where Iwanaga Hime resides. I'll need you to inform Iwakasa of his duty. What? What are you trying to say? I shall reveal myself. That should make convincing you easier. Could call it a divine blessing. Besides, I don't have much time. I can only be the god of this mountain. I would only have to be the god of this mountain for a little while longer. I merely stayed here because this is the second closest place to the moon. There's somewhere else I have to be. No way. Can gods really change their locations so easily? I've never heard of such a thing. You may find it strange, but it isn't all that unusual. Yeah, wrong Sakuya, but also fitting, I guess. This mountain will soon become a place that people regularly visit. Climbing to the summit will no longer be special. The mountain will lose its divine mystique, like how its smoke is now explained away as a natural phenomenon of volcanoes. But enough about that. This isn't right. It's so strange. I don't understand. This isn't how it's meant to go. Alright then. Here I am. Oh no. You don't mind this form, do you? It would be a pain to pick something else. This is absurd. Sakuya Hime couldn't possibly look like that. It's not absurd at all. It doesn't matter what a god looks like. It never has. Whether it's possible or not is irrelevant. Now, let's get back on topic. The sorry state of this room was caused by those humans, whose pitiful remains are strewn about here. They argued, fought, and drew weapons, and this is the result. They fought and died while you slept. That's all there is to it. Unlike you two, who were busy sleeping, I saw everything from beginning till end. I can't accept that explanation. Yeah, I can't accept the words that come out of this god's mouth. This nagging suspicion has always bothered me. It's never left. This is finally my chance to be rid of it. Oh really? You can't accept it, can you? What part of my explanation can't you accept? And remember, you're in the presence of a god. Kneel! Right. This is what this god excels at. But I can't back down. No, it doesn't matter if you're a god or a human. No, you could have also caused this to happen. And if you can't deny it, you should bear the same burden of guilt as me. Oh, so you would force blame onto a god. Is that what you want, is it? I see. You will regret this, you know. Are you sure you don't want to reconsider? As if I could have any more regrets. Of course not. Very well, but don't say I didn't warn you. Go on, try and prove my guilt. There's clearly something off about this god. She's hiding something. I wasn't able to ask her anything back then, so I will question her now. For starters, there shouldn't have been any opportunity for someone to start a fight. We were taking shifts to keep watch on the jar in groups of 2 or more, while the others slept. We did that, so we could also keep an eye on each other. A fight couldn't have broken out. What a silly statement. You were the one who fell asleep when it was your turn to keep watch. You and Ibakasa were sound asleep, so couldn't the person who was supposed to keep watch next try and steal the jar? Someone else probably noticed them and started a fight. Then the others woke up and things escalated. Doesn't that sound like a reasonable explanation? Then why are Ibakasa and I still alive? It would make sense if this was your doing, cause you need to keep us alive to carry the jar. What are you talking about? I would only need to spare Ibakasa, not you as well. It was merely a coincidence that you both survived. I arrived too late to help any of the others. It just turned out that way. There's no deeper meaning behind it. A coincidence? Now that I cannot believe. It sounds like an excuse. Then why did you come here in the first place? You've got to have had some reason. Didn't you come here to get rid of us, so we wouldn't dump the elixir on your mountain somewhere, without you knowing? No, you've got it all wrong. I followed you here because I wanted to tell you something. I suddenly remembered that Yatsukatake would be the perfect place to dispose of the elixir. Besides, I'm the one who told the soldiers about the elixir. Why would I take their lives after doing that? I wouldn't do something so unnecessary. I told them that the jar contained an elixir of immortality to quell any ideas they may have of burning it on this mountain. You at least understand that much, don't you? She stoked their ambitions to create discord and prevent cooperation. Gods must enjoy using such underhanded tactics. And I can't refute her logic. Is there anything else I can question her on? I still have doubts about the details of her story. There's nothing that gives me conclusive evidence against her. No, there's one thing. There's one act that must have been committed by Sakuya-hime. If you asked all your questions, I thought there'd be more. But now you understand, don't you? What happened here was caused by humans. I've got one last question. Answer this, and we are done. It's the one thing that's always bothered me. I see. So this is your grudge that you've kept for over 1,300 years. I knew it. She knows something I don't. But this is my chance. I can uncover the truth that only she knows. Go on then, ask. If you're prepared to face the consequences. A non-human hand played a part in this travesty. Open your eyes and look. Look at these burned remains. The fire from a hearth or a torch couldn't reduce a body to ash like that. Humans couldn't possibly have done this. But it is possible for a god like you, isn't it? You're the only one who could have done this. So that's your question, is it? What's wrong? Can't you answer? Then you really did do this. I couldn't have. Remember, Sakuya-hime does not like fire. Don't try to deny it. You are God. I'm the god of this volcano, Konohana Sakuya-hime. I am also called Azama. Azama is another word for volcano. Therefore, I am a god of volcanoes. However, I'm a god who keeps volcanoes from erupting. This is evidenced by how this mountain's volcanic activity increased when I left. Until the next me, a different me, came here. I am forbidden from starting any fire on this mountain for as long as I reside here. Or rather, it is not in my power to do so. It's absolutely ridiculous to think that I directly set fire to this mountain. No way. But then, who did it? I cannot speak for the other worlds, but in the original world, there was no way of knowing. However, in this world, that may not be the case. Fuji. That is the name that will be given to this mountain. Fuji can mean never-ending, happiness, abundant soldiers, undying, and wisteria. Glistening white and purple flowers hang down from the branches of wisteria trees. I'm sure the land your grandfather was named after is a beautiful place. Don't you agree? Daughter of Fujiwara, daughter of wisteria fields. This mountain will also bear the same name in the future. In the future? And that's got nothing to do with this mountain now. Fuji also means non-sequential. It ignores the sequential flow of time. Our names may be pronounced the same way, but that doesn't mean I have any connection with this volcano. Fuji also means to be the same. Names bind existence and determine fate. A matching name bears a matching curse. So that's why Sakuya is Sakuya-hime, I guess. But why now? Fuji also means unexpected. There is no logic as to why any particular time is chosen. Fuji means undying. The elixir of immortality was destined to be brought to this mountain. Fuji means abundant soldiers. The envoy was destined to bring many soldiers with him here. Fuji also means incurable. The curse placed upon you can never be broken. Fuji, never ending, incurable, non-sequential, to be the same, unexpected, abundant soldiers, wisteria, undying. Fuji! Ah! Why am I just realizing this now? How could I not see it earlier? My hair should be black. But now, it's white, like ash. Bear witness. This is your truth. Even if no one drinks the horror elixir, it still exudes an aura of madness around it. It goes without saying that the creations of the moon are not suitable for humans on Earth. It made the soldiers aggressive and paranoid. But that's not all. Oh no, I fell asleep. Iwakasa? Is Iwakasa okay? Iwakasa is sleeping soundly in the same spot as before. Doesn't look like he's been injured or anything. Oh no, dreams within dreams. The others, the sleeping soldiers, seem to be fine too. But that just makes me worry about something else. Oh, hi there. Sound. There was a time when everyone was asleep. So someone may have woken up and stolen the elixir. The jar. Where's the jar? The jar was right where we left it. But it doesn't look like it's been moved. What about the elixir? I have to check that it's still there. Just wait. There's something inside. But even if I lifted the lid and looked, I wouldn't be able to tell if it's been replaced with a fake or not. I know. I went to wake Iwakasa up, but before I could, a sudden realization hit me. I'm pretty sure Iwakasa is the only other person who has ever gotten this close to the elixir. The jar was carried on a kind of portable shrine, and the soldiers kept their distance from it. I assumed they went through all that trouble because it belonged to the Emperor, and they had to treat it with respect. But no, Iwakasa probably instructed them to carry it that way, as a precaution. Iwakasa is accustomed to handling these kinds of strange tools and items. He has the knowledge and the constitution. Now, I know what he meant by constitution. Huh. I feel so hot. Oops. Tsuki no Iwakasa came to the spiritual mountain, later known as Mount Fuji, to dispose of the horror elixir. There was a disturbance on the night they arrived. The only survivors were Tsuki no Iwakasa and Fujiwara no Moko. The soldiers lent to Iwakasa for this mission were found in an unrecognizable state caused by an unnaturally hot fire. The culprit was revealed to be Fujiwara no Moko. She was severely poisoned after being exposed to a high dose of madness, given off by the horror elixir. In accordance with the fate prescribed to her name, she manifested the temperament of a volcano. Witnesses say that she transformed. They say she had an aura of scarlet light, and that flames enveloped her body, One said she expelled flames from her entire form, and that she looked like a bird stretching its wings. Some say she looked terrifying and sinister, and others that her eyes were bright red. Some even say she was not human. There were many similar reports besides. Also, it is claimed that Fujiwara no Moko's ability to manipulate fire derives from Yojutsu, which she learned later. But there isn't really any evidence to back this up. Certainly, nothing definitive. But even if I were to judge you to be guilty, there's nothing in it for me. I merely responded to your curiosity and revealed what I could. I did warn you, didn't I? Your true purpose here was to reaffirm the end result, where you kicked Iwakasa down a steep decline and ran off with the jar he was carrying. You may have hoped for some kind of miracle, where you could save him, but that was never an option. I've also begun to understand what's going on, as I wonder about these ruins of memory. Title drop. It was merely a coincidence that I stopped by here. Or rather, this me is just a remnant of the me that's wandering about. Farewell, Fujiwara no Moko. I'm sure you won't mind spending your last moments all alone before you disappear. This is truly the end. Do you not even have enough energy left to respond? I would have liked for you to at least say goodbye. Oh well, I'll be going now, so... I believe... Huh? I believe... memories fade over time, and records erode. Nothing can escape that fate. History is constantly being lost as it is handed down from one generation to the next. Eternity and permanence are a fantasy. That's why we fight and struggle to leave history behind for those who follow us. Then why don't you admit it? This crime was committed in a closed chamber sealed by history. You're the only possible culprit. Shouldn't you admit your guilt? That guilt is what I believe in. What? The guilt I felt and the horrors I saw faded over time and became more and more distorted each time I recalled them. Just like history. Aren't you just averting your eyes from reality? I accurately recounted the events I witnessed as a god. Gods are no different, Lady Konohana Sakuyahime. In fact, gods are like incarnations of accumulated history, particularly gods of mountains. You know that, don't you? Besides, what are you even doing here? You were lying when you said you came here to explore the ruins, weren't you? Ah! No. You're Moko. You're both images conjured by the remnants of Moko's memory. I'm sure of it. But this makes no sense. Moko is in no state to conjure them on her own. Is there a reserve of information somewhere? I'm suddenly very proud of the characters I picked to use alongside Moko in this upcoming fight. Why, of course. There's obviously outside interference. You're right that we are projections of Moko's memories, but she isn't the one who controls us. Fine, whatever. I get it. I said this earlier, but I'm not here to judge you. You picked a fight, and I accept it. That's all. And I seem to have lost by a hair. Even I can't safely best the four of you together. All right. I'm going now. I sincerely hope that we never meet again. We can't see her, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I think she's gone. It's such a shame. I wanted to chat with her some more. Well, the very fact that our projections were able to appear here gave her a significant clue. Sakuya Hime must have understood what it meant pretty quickly. Moko, I'm sure it will be a long time before we ever meet again. But let's both do our best and keep on living until then, okay? Moko, there's a path you should follow, prescribed in history. Come and get me if you reach the end first, okay? Alright, we'll leave you to it. We don't have any time left. Yes, we should make way for the one who wanted to contact you first. See you! A crime in a closed chamber sealed by history. Even a god cannot know what happened inside. What truly happened is a mystery. That, in itself, is the truth of the past. What one must fear is selfishly bearing the blame and indulging in the sweet feelings of guilt. Isn't that right, daughter Fujiwara? Iwakasa. I will not condemn your sins. I didn't then, and I won't now, 1,300 years later. But I won't forgive your sins either. I didn't then, and I won't now. I'm sure you found guilt, where there wasn't any, and suffered because of it. And I'm sure you realized over and over again that this was a self-inflicted punishment that provided a sense of redemption. You found redemption in guilt. Sometimes, when you experience redemption, it felt like punishment. That's okay. That's all I wanted to tell you. Iwakasa, No, don't speak. The burden you bear tells me everything I need to know. Now, go on. Go and finish this. Okay, I will. I don't think I've ever struggled so hard to find the right words before. I still haven't spoken to Moko since we left that shack and started to descend the mountain. How should I tell her? No, I shouldn't say anything. No matter what I say, my words will stick in her mind like a curse. He said it. If we keep descending the mountain in silence like this, Moko will surely steal the jar from me, even if she has to take my life to do it. The Emperor gave me this mission, so I cannot directly hand the elixir to her. But Moko must receive it, no matter what. So she must steal it. This path won't be easy for you, but I'm sure it's better than letting your spark of life go out. Ah! I couldn't protect them. No, I suppose I should look on the bright side. I at least managed to keep that girl alive. Hello. I saw everything. That voice. You're the god of this mountain. There was a fire, so I came to extinguish it. But this wasn't what I expected to find. What was that orb thing just now? That fire monster immediately reverted back to a little girl. I don't really know either. I heard it was a charm that wards against yokai, but that was the first time I ever used it. It seems I wasn't powerful enough. Or maybe the charm just wasn't that strong, because it broke after a single use. Oh really? Still, it saved your life, so I'd say you are quite lucky that you had something like that on hand. Oh, forget about me. What about the daughter of Fujiwara? That girl became a monster of fire, and I quenched her flames. Please tell me, God of Volcanoes, will she be okay or... No, she will most likely perish. If she was a big volcano, things might have been different. But she was just a tiny one, and her flames were extinguished. You can't even call her an extinct volcano now. Her spark of life will fade before the day is out. If only there was a way to strengthen her flames. Unfortunately, I am a god who quells fires. All I do is give her a peaceful end. No, there is one way. The horror elixir. Huh? Is there some kind of problem? No. I don't mind as long as you can assure me that elixir will not be thrown into the mouth of my volcano. Throw it into the mouth of the tiny volcano. You can throw it into her mouth instead, for all I care. But Iwakasa, won't you be disobeying the Emperor's orders if you let someone take the horror elixir? Well, I suppose you could just lie and keep the truth to yourself. I won't lie. That would be disloyal to the Emperor. Then what will you do? I've got a plan. Would you be willing to put on a little show with me? I don't want the daughter of Fujiwara to bear any more guilt. She will receive more than enough punishment, as it is in the years to come. Good. This is how it should be. Kick me in the back and soar. Like the phoenix you are. There we go. You should be able to find your way from here. Just follow this path and you'll reach the village. Thanks, Moko. That story was pretty interesting. You've got to tell me the rest the next time we meet. Yeah. Bye, Moko. See ya. Phew. Let's go, legendary mantle. Our history has only just begun. This is how it should be. Stoke the flame inside you. Live on, Fujiwara no Moko. I was fully expecting we would be fighting the Sakuya Hime Sakuya. But no, we have memory, memory, and memory. I hope this is going well. Oh, I shouldn't have used that. Because that middle skill had lock removal on it. And I have a weird feeling we might be getting locks put on us. Oh well. It's gonna come back in 5 turns. Surely we will not be dead by then. Oh wow, you're even letting me use her last word. I don't think that was something I had for previous relics. Bamboo Forest, Lucky Rabbit and Gentle Wolf, a spell card of Fujiwara no Moku who has almost reached the end. She reminisces about her time spent with Tei and Kagero. Moko stopped fearing yokai when she became immortal, so the ancient yokai rabbits and the bloodthirsty man-eating wolf were more like neighbors to her than threats. Moko lived in a house in the bamboo forest and spent her days helping anyone who wandered in. After a while, she realized how truly enjoyable that lifestyle was. By how much did I not break Aaron, I wonder? Oh, by a lot. That's bad. But I seem to have not have put any locks on us, at least. Bamboo Forest, disguised medicine peddler. She reminisces about her time spent with Raisin. Moko didn't openly interact with Entei, but she seems to have made an exception for Raisin. Moko must have seen Raisin on her regular visits to the village to sell medicine, so it's natural to assume that they chatted. They are, in fact, friends. Well, that's gonna definitely kill Aaron. I could check chain effects, but... yeah, this will disable our use of spell cards, which is... not good. Really hope we are gonna get our unlock back. Stalker. Oh, there's the raisin part of the attack. Okay, this time we broke everyone successfully. And our spells are locked now, so good luck, I guess. Also, regular Moko is hurting herself very badly. I mean, I can do that. That normal spread shot has like all the fire on it. Sure. Maybe I'll switch you out to canon. Canon actually can use spell cuts too. Wow, 17 damage, huh? Or 52 or not there. Yeah, that worked. That worked just fine. I'm not gonna be able to show off her last word because I did things badly. Probably. But I'd rather not die than fail to show off the last word. We might be in trouble. If they all have spell cuts this round. No, okay. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. We can defeat her. I'm sure of it. And this heals party HP. Good. And gives us back barriers. Okay, I'm gonna be silly now because I can. Come on, off with the lock. It does less damage than her other attack, but... Figure of Horace, long test of courage. The last word of Fujiwara no Moko, who has almost reached the end. She reminisces about the time when the world was set free once again. Who would have thought that the moon was a giant memory bank? There is no observer more adept and ancient than the moon that has looked toward the earth since the immemorial. It is impossible to store information perfectly for all eternity without it eroding, but perhaps the people of the moon who created the horror elixir know of a way to make it possible. If so, Moko's lost friends might be hidden within the moon. Fire! Oh look, it's the two people in my team. This one takes a while. Well, that worked out well. That's the story of Silver Gale. No PC-98 characters today, but a retelling of one of my favorite stories in Touhou history. So that's fun. Very good indeed. But we're definitely not done yet today. Because it's time to return to Chapter 1 Extra for the third time with Chapter 1 Extra 2 Edge of Spacetime Act 1 The Incident at the World's End. But we can't play that because it's an extra stage and there's limited amounts of attempts you can do each day. So we have to look at the story in here instead. I need to know what the title of the first stage is. Because things are not especially obvious. Expanded Dream. Expanded Dream. Reminder that Chapter 1 was Gensokyo Island. The Gensokyo on an island, surrounded by water. I'm not sure if that will be relevant, considering the first extra of Chapter 1 was on the moon, mostly. Yuan, can you hear me? Can you see me? What? You can't see anything? Please wait just a moment. I can't believe it. Is this a theme park? No, it's the dream world, I'm assuming. Hi. Why, yes, it is. This is the theme park of life, the land of dreams. I apologize for not giving you my name last time. I'm Doremi Sweet, a Baku yokai. Rule of Dreams, Doremi Sweet. I consider you a friend, so please call me Miss Doremi. Hello, Miss Doremi. What is this place? Wow, I didn't expect you to be this excited. You should be more cautious, or you might get hurt. But then again, I have no right to lecture you. I'll leave that to the sages of Gensokyo. I'm more interested in what lurks inside you. As the ruler of dreams, I prefer it when people have dreams in their hearts. Now then, to answer your question, this is the dream world. One small section of it, to be precise. Dreams are incredibly vast, and the dream world is connected to all the dreams that people see when they sleep. There are also lots of dream residents here, and most of them look identical to the dreamers. I still haven't found your dream, Li Huan. Does that mean I don't have dreams or ambitions? Would that make me fully grounded in reality? No. Your dream might be hidden somewhere among the other dreams in the far reaches of the dream world. Or perhaps it was taken to another world. Well, I am the ruler of dreams, so normally I would proclaim that I know everything about what goes on in dreams. But this isn't that simple. This is another devil's proof. Miss Yukari would sympathize with such a tough search. The yokai sage would. I manage the dream world, and she manages Gensokyo. Our realms are different, but you're right that our roles are similar. I spoke about this last time, but Yukari Yakumo hasn't seen the full scope of this LostWord incident. That goes for me as well. The incident occurring in the dream world is merely one piece of the whole puzzle. The boundary between dreams and reality is unclear. The LostWord incident is occurring across various worlds. I only have a limited perspective of it, the same as Yukari Yakumo. It's unfortunate, but we have to recognize this fact. That's why I need to go for you, right? I have to fulfill the role that was lost or something. That's right. You really shouldn't be this nonchalant about it. Has the dream Li Huan's personality influenced your own? Not that I know what your dream self is like yet. You still haven't determined what causes specific roles to disappear from the records of the past. This will be another dangerous mission. Are you sure you are up to it? Do you even have a reason to accept it? That world regained its lost word once already, so I think I have to make sure it doesn't lose another. I'm sure you know that you can take those words back. That's why I shall believe you spoke from the heart. Alright then, let me tell you where you're going this time. Oh, she's already gone. She's much too hasty. Is this the Forest of Magic? Yeah, it has to be. I'm at the edge of the forest. I think the antique shop is near here. Alright, that's where I'll go. Hey, human, stop right there! Huh? You took that weird broom I found, didn't you? Give it back. What? What? Humans always sneak up on yokai to steal their stuff. You're all so mean. Yes, it is Tokiko. I know, because I fought against her here. But Tokiko does not have artwork. But she does have a sprite. I won't forgive you this time. Wait, now that I've gotten a closer look at you, you're wearing different colors. You're not in black and white. I mistook you for someone else. Between humans and magic. Come on, give me a break. Don't cause a commotion in front of my store. Have you forgotten that we're in a state of emergency? Can you please not bother me with anything else? I want some peace and quiet. Store owner of Korindo, Rinosuke Morichika. Oh, who are you? Mr. Rinosuke? Oops, I called his name. I've never met you before, but you know my name. Yes, I'm Rinosuke Morichika, and that yokai you just met is something like my neighbor. She's not a bad sort. I'm Li Huan. You being here right now can't be a coincidence. There's no time. Please step inside my shop. We need to talk. Alright. It's good that you already know about Gensokyo and me. It saves us some time. But this really is strange. I've never seen another tool like your journal. I'd love to look at it some more when we are not so pressed for time. You and your journal have really helped me out. Thank you. It pains me to let go of such an interesting item, but here, I'll return it to you. Now then, the world is folding in on itself more and more each day, and we haven't been able to stop it. That's what happened in that dream with Raisin. I don't know where you all came from or why you're all here. But I'm guessing that you got here through the seal crystals that pop up around my shop all the time. So lots of seal crystals appear near Korindo. Wait, what do you mean by you all? Oh, sorry. I should have talked about that first. You're not the only one who came here from another world. There are others. Huh? How many times do I have to say this? I'm not a yokai. I have long since lost interest in Buddhism. No, I'm speaking to you precisely because you are human and an enemy of Buddhism. Huh, Am I really still human? I've only just woken up, so I'm honestly not sure. Hey, it's the A-World selves. Shotoku Taoist. Satomimi no Miko. What do you think, Byakuren Hichiri, or whatever your name is? You look like a priest, so I'm guessing you have an opinion. I have only just woken up myself, but I can still easily discern that you are no yokai. Sealed Great Magician, Byakuren Hichiri. Miss Toyosato Mimi no Miko, since you are not a yokai, that makes you a human. You're a human who persecutes yokai. That's an interesting choice of words, but perhaps I should thank you for helping me remember the past. They've been like that ever since they arrived a short while ago. They've only just met, but they still disliked each other, as usual. I was about to implore the heavens for aid because they wouldn't set out no matter how much I insisted. But that's when you arrived, Li Huan. Yeah, I'm really glad that I didn't have to pray. That's not my style. Though, to be honest, I did pray just a little. I'm familiar with their names, but their appearances, voices, and how they speak are different from what I remember. And speaking to them, it seems that their personalities are also different. Can you even call them the same people? But at least these two didn't try to attack me. That's the most important detail in all of this. Yeah, they do look a bit different. Mr. Inosuke is going to keep on talking, isn't he? You already know him very well. So, there's some sort of role I must fulfill, right? Yes, that's exactly right. There's no time, and this is important. Please listen closely, you two. Byakuren Hichiri, the Sealed Great Magician, and Toyosato Mimi no Miko, the Shotoku Taoist. Yes? Well, you called them by their names. Their titles. And names. You may not know me, but I know you. You are two of the most accomplished bullet battlers in Gensokyo. No, judging from your reactions, it might be more accurate to say that you were both fated to become so. I can't afford to be picky. It's been like that since the beginning. I've already explained this, so I'm sure you understand, right? I didn't understand your explanation, but I remember it perfectly. Were you being serious? You probably couldn't sense it earlier, because you had just spoken up. But how about now? How strange! The flow of magic is distorted. I've never seen anything like this before, not even in Makai. I can hear the muffled screams of desire spirits from all around me. It's pandemonium. This is definitely not normal. According to Yukari Yakumo, the whole world is folding in on itself, and your observations just now prove that she's right. Let me say it again. You are two of the most accomplished bullet battlers there are. I can't fight in battles of bullets. That's why I have to ask for your help. But isn't there someone more well-informed? It's too dangerous to head out while I still don't understand what's going on. I know I'm asking a lot, but there's no time. Oh no, he fell down a trap hole. I'll go, Mr. Inosuke. I'm pretty sure that's why I'm here. Thank you, Li Huan. There are 2 things that I must give you. These 2. This is a record-keeping seal crystal. Seal crystals are capable of recording the experiences of whoever holds them. Take this to the one fighting on the front lines. That is your objective. You should take this with you too. What is it? It's one of the shrine's hidden treasures. Yukari Yakumo told me to go and recover anything that seemed important. It's been quite a while since those girls went out to investigate, so we have to make the most of what we have. Whatever you do, don't break the seal until you hand it over. You wouldn't want to disturb what's inside. Understood? Alright, now go. Wait. It's a 5 yen coin in the box. Hakurei Shrine's most treasured item. We shall accompany her. Miss Miko, Miss Byakuran. I see. Thank you. I can rest easy with you two at her side. Please pass on the explanation that I gave you earlier to Li Huan while you travel. I'll stay here until the end in case someone comes by in need of an item or tool. I'm loath to part with anything from my secret collection, but I'll make sure they promise to return what they borrow. Alright, so where are we heading? Yes, you still haven't told us where we are going. Oh, sorry. My mistake. Thanks for reminding me. Your destination is hell. Oh, thanks. My favorite place. Eroded fantasy. Go to hell, you three. This would be much easier if we could fly there. Can't do that. Didn't you listen to Mr. Inosuke? I know, he said we would get spotted by the forces approaching from the moon if we fly too high, but... Are you suggesting that they might not be that strong? No, that's not it. I'm just used to traveling by horse. Horses don't fly. Yes, they do. Miko, your horse may be a little special. You're such a strange human. Why do you keep spouting such nonsense? I'm not strange. Besides, what have you got against humans? I don't have to explain myself to you. You are a priest and a being of magic, right? That means... Please stop fighting. More importantly, where are we going right now? It's quite a roundabout route, but our first stop is the entrance to the underground. We need to go down and travel underground to reach a separate island. Apparently, we have to go this way because there aren't any holes that lead to the underworld on the island we are on. That's what Mr. Inosuke said anyway. We're going the right way, so don't worry. Another island? Was this Gensokyo split up before it became one island? Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. Miss Miko wouldn't know, even if I asked her. Mr. Inosuke imparted some other information to us as well. What was it again? Oh, I know. He talked about the forces spearheading the incident. Here they come. The ones surrounding us right now. Take defensive position. I didn't expect there to be so many. Can you handle the ones in front, Miss Li Huan? We'll take care of the rest. And then we beat up some spirits, I think, was the enemies here. Hold that boundary. We managed to force them back somehow. Weren't they yokai, in the broad sense of the term? You didn't seem to have any qualms about exterminating them. They may have looked like supernatural creatures, but that was merely a facade. Or have you already forgotten? No, I heard what Mr. Inosuke said too, but you didn't hesitate at all. I didn't expect you to be so adept at martial arts. Isn't training one's body and mind to protect the Buddha's teachings and monks a fundamental precept of Buddhism? What? That isn't why I propagated it. Huh? Sorry to interrupt, but what did you mean when you said the fairies are spearheading the incident? Oh, it was fairies, not spirits. Oh, that. What's the best way to explain this? Putting together what we heard from Mr. Inosuke and the state of the world that I sensed. An incident is continuing to fold the world in on itself from the edges, and these edges are getting ever closer. That's the effect of the lost word on this world. I don't know how, but some of these edges can get isolated and appear ahead of the storm. Those fairies earlier were physical manifestations of such an edge. Well, that's the simple explanation anyway. The incident can take physical forms. They looked like cute fairies. They weren't fairies that actually existed in Gensokyo. In fact, they weren't even fairies at all. Though they do have the nature and personalities of fairies. Huh? Doesn't that mean? Anyway, we need to hurry onward, so we should talk on the way if you have any more questions. Yes, that would be the best. They look identical and their personalities are the same. So how are they different from normal fairies? The entrance to the underground should be around here somewhere. Inside this house. That looks like a house. What kind of eccentric person would live in a forest like this? I thought it was night, but now the sun is out all of a sudden. And there's also a bunch of weirdos around. You're not the same guys from earlier, are you? Also your AWOL self, I see. Huh? What? Marisa? But she looks different. Younger. You look like a normal human. But you're a human who willingly hangs out with yokai like them. So I'll punish you all at once. I actually want to show off this battle. Because there's some interesting things in it. Actually, let's raise the difficulty. Some familiar things. This is a very silly enemy type, so I thought I wanted to show it off. And we can use this chance also to show off Gale Marisa's moveset, I guess. Doesn't really matter if I win or lose. I'm not sure if she can handle this, although I think they're all weak to star, at least Marisa is. No, they are not all weak to star. As I said when we got her, this Marisa is special because all her attacks are all targeting. Red side, Ultra Spark. Marisa Kurisama, the Witch of Scarlet Dreams spell card. She attacks with a discolored Master Spark, similar to Dark Spark, but the lasers are a different color. Master Spark bullets are bullets of light that shoot straight and far like starlight. Stars change color and size as they age. This version of Marisa may have been aware of this fact. Have we shown off Red Marisa before? It sounded familiar. Reading this sounded familiar. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Oh no, I'm getting swept at. I'm gonna die. There's nothing I can do about it. Super Giant Antares. This bullet hell attack drops a huge red star that is ripe like a fruit. In regular magic, celestial bodies are nothing more than countless small skylights that shine brightly. However, as far as this attack is concerned, this version of Marisa treats celestial bodies as spherical worlds like the Earth and the Moon. Maybe this is because Marisa has accurately deciphered literature from the outside world, or is it second-hand knowledge from elsewhere? Somehow, one of the brooms survived. Let me guess, 1 HP? No, no more than 1 HP. Oh well. Oh no, I'm doing less damage now. That's not helpful. This is not going especially well. Don't have any barriers left and I'm about to die. I think I'll just show off the last word and die. Garnet Star! This attack shoots forth a red meteor. You could say it's this Marisa's blazing star. The real-life Garnet Star, which this attack is named after, is a strange star with fluctuating brightness. Perhaps this Marisa came up with the attack after finding out about it, interpreting it as a capricious star that sometimes comes closer and sometimes moves farther away. Wow. Didn't even kill the broom. Seems I got cleaned up. Two superhumans. Who's silly now after that room beat me up? Sorry, but that's not canon. None of this makes any sense. Why has the mist cleared? I should have been more cautious of the first opponents I encountered. Ah, I messed up. Marisa? Marisa? Did I make Marisa disappear? Did our opponent just now look the same as someone you know, Miss Li Huan? Pull yourself together, Miss Li Huan. That wasn't an acquaintance of yours. She's like a ghost that was copied. A copy? A ghost? We have to hurry, so let's talk as we run. It's fortunate that an entrance to the underground was so close to that house. Judging by the flow of chi, we should soon arrive at an horizontal tunnel. We can follow that to the other island. Are you being serious when you said that Marisa was also a manifestation of an isolated edge? Yes, we spoke the truth. She was basically the same as those fairies earlier. The edges of the incident are similar to the edges of a forest. The boundary of a forest cannot be drawn with a distinct line. The trees become more sparse the further away from the forest, and there are fewer outlying, isolated figures of trees. This incident is the same. The edges don't just approach from the ends of the world, they also pop up randomly within it. That is the sense I get from seeing those boundaries with tangible forms. What should we call them? Outlaying spirits? Isolating spirits? No, how about divergent spirits? Remember, they are not people. They are beings that possess a copy of someone's appearance and memories. Or at least, that is what my gut tells me. Now, considering that was an A-world Marisa, and you two are A-world Byakuren and Miko, are you also just that, and not real? But how can you tell them apart from people? They are indistinguishable from who they are based on. Because explanations like that make me feel, yes, that might very well be the case. Yes, but that also goes for the divergent spirits. They don't believe themselves to be anything but the real thing. Yes. Can you tell them apart because you are superhuman? But why do the edges become divergent spirits? Nothing is real, just the brooms. I'm still learning as a priest, but I have trained quite extensively. But I did not stop training, even during my long stay in Makai, where I was sealed, so my spiritual senses are pretty sharp. Wait, what? Aren't you a priest? Why were you sealed in Makai? Oh, I see. The humans betrayed you, didn't they? Because you sided with yokai. Yes, that is basically what happened. What about it? You're the one who built another temple on top of our mausoleum, aren't you? What? Of course not. I was suddenly transported here from my prison in Makai. I didn't have time to build a temple. And who are you to accuse me of anything? You've done nothing but insult Buddhism ever since we met. Don't you know who I am? Surely you heard Mr. Inosuke say my name. I am the Shotoku Taoist. I am Prince Shotoku, Taoist who aims to become a hermit. Prince Shotoku. The Prince Shotoku? I think we've almost reached the tunnel. Let's stop thinking about that. This is quite an impressive tunnel, but the style of architecture is highly unusual. Oh no, it's the weird train station Renko and Peribel were at. Prince, shut up, Boku. According to Mr. Inosuke, this tunnel was previously used for an Omokade mining operation. Oh, okay. Sure. Let's keep going. It seems to connect to another island, so I'm sure this is the right way. This place. It's like a subway station. The Underworld City. To the Underworld City. That's a relief. I expected something to jump out and attack us. So what's this about you being Prince Shotoku? Let's talk about that some other time. Why not now? Why are you suddenly trying to hide your identity? Well, now I know that you are a much more ardent follower of Buddhism than I first thought. That's not really a topic that I'd like to discuss right after waking up. I can't believe this. You speak as if it is a past that you wish to forget. I really don't know how to take this. You're the great Prince Shotoku. You are the esteemed politician who is credited with promoting Buddhism in this country, and yet you condemn it. No, I didn't mean it that way. I was speaking literally. It feels as though someone disturbed my sleep. It's like I was woken up before I was meant to awaken. It isn't quite as bad now, but I'm still not 100%. Interesting visual novel, isn't it? I feel ashamed to say this, but I cannot dutifully lend an ear to your question like I normally would. That explains it. And I know what you mean when you say it feels like someone disturbed your sleep. I feel the same way. You do? It was like my seal was violently and forcefully broken, which couldn't have been done by my disciples. In fact, I'm not even sure that it was broken. I can only think that I was subject to some kind of unnatural interference. Oh, I think I see the exit. I like how Li Huan is just... Please, stop talking. Keep going. And ignoring them all the while. This is just like where we entered the tunnel. I wonder if this is an example of functional aesthetics. I don't mind it. No, it's just another station. This is our exit. Don't you think it's a little dreary? Look over there. There are some stairs leading up. Then let's go, shall we? Apparently we belong here. It's a beach! There's water in the direction we came from too, so this must be a different island. I can sense that this land was once a focal point of spirituality in this land, called Gensokyo. There's mountain temperament all around us, which means this island used to be a mountain, a spiritual mountain. The Yokai Mountain? Yes, that mountain must have transformed into an island. According to Mr. Inosuke, the hole that we are looking for is somewhere near the center. We'll have to do some climbing. Oh, the Yokai Mountain. Being split off from a mountain, turning into Yokai Mountain, and now becoming an island. We don't have time to look for an easier route. Let's hurry. Okay. What's wrong? Shh, quiet. Sorry, is it another divergent spirit? Looks like it. This doesn't look that dangerous. However, there's more than one. Let's split up and deal with them all at once. Good idea. You okay with this, Miss Li Huan? Let's do it. Alright. We'll jump out together. 1, 2, 3! Different beings. Alright, let's hurry onward before reinforcements arrive. There wouldn't be so many divergent spirits about unless the hole is somewhere nearby. We're on the right track. They looked exactly like phantoms. Oh, this is where the spirits were. Okay. Is this another structure that was built to fulfill some unknown function? Has it become one with the environment? Despite appearances, I don't think it has fallen to ruin. It was probably managed by yokai who had an affinity with water. I can sense the flow of spiritual power beneath us. This must be the entrance to the hole. Let's go. What's wrong, Miss Li Huan? You're not hurt, are you? No, I'm fine, sorry. I was just thinking about divergent spirits. The divergent spirit with the form of a human that we met in the forest closely resembled an acquaintance of yours, right? There were similarities, but also lots of differences. Yes, I'd say they closely resembled one another. Miss Li Huan, could you please tell us about yourself? Only so much as you are willing, of course. But aren't we short on time? We have to hurry. I'll try and talk on the way. Miss Li Huan, how about you think of it like this? Miss Toyosatomi Minomiko and I have already spoken about ourselves, even if it did lead to a few differences in opinion. Our differences don't bother me. Well, they do bother me. We may not have the best relationship, but we can depend on each other in a fight. That's because we know one another. Miss Byakuren Hichiri and I need you to fight alongside us, so learning more about you is of strategic significance. Exactly. That's why it's necessary to slow our pace a little. Thank you. Feel free to tell us anything, okay? We can also use this opportunity to try and wake up someone. I see. That is a strange series of events. But it seems you are more knowledgeable about Gensokyo than us, so we should ask you if we have any questions. We can also hear your desires more clearly now. You truly are an honest soul, aren't you? You arrived in Gensokyo without any memories and have gone on many journeys. Such a remarkable tale. Miss Li Huan is just a normal human. Doesn't that bother you, Miss Byakuren Hichiri? I told you that I'm also an ally of humans. In fact, humans who do not threaten yokai should be protected. You say that like I needlessly attack yokai. Well, Miss Li Huan does have a unique ability. Perhaps we should call her an invested god user. It's similar to how Miss Byakuren Hichiri is a magic user. What are invested gods? They are the 365 hermits who were endowed with divinity in China. I heard about them from one of my teachers. The sagacious spirits were elevated to gods, and they bestowed divine blessings in response to prayers, just like your ability. Then shouldn't we call her a Deva user instead? Devas are the Buddha's envoys, deities who protect Buddha's teachings. But Miss Li Huan isn't a Buddhist priest. Then you shouldn't treat her as a Taoist either. Both names sound kind of pretentious. How can you tell if someone is a divergent spirit or not? I'm a magician, so I can tell by sensing their magical energy. Or so I thought. Now that the effects of having my seal forcefully broken have started to wear off, I realize that I may have been mistaken. I also thought that I could tell by listening to their desires, but the divergent spirits and a person's desires should be identical. So how can I tell them apart? Thinking this over has made me doubt my own intuition. I can sense soul-like presences approaching from below. We have no choice but to defeat them, regardless whether they are divergent spirits or actual phantoms. 2 servants. They were clearly divergent spirits, weren't they? It's quite troublesome that we can only be sure after defeating them. Maybe I shouldn't have shared my doubts. I could never forgive myself if they were real souls. Do you sense it, Miss Byakuren Hichiri? Yes, Miss Toyosatomi Minamiko. There are sources of spiritual power far below us. They are as strong as that one Miss Li Huan called Marisa. It's probably safe to assume that they are divergent spirits, manifestations of the incident. Let's reserve judgment until we see them with our own eyes. But this hole sure is remarkable. I see. I think I understand how it was excavated. If I had taught this to the engineers of my day, then I could have brought the light of peace to the bottommost depths of hell. I shouldn't have wasted their efforts on creating things like the stone globes. elevated down. We're here. Oh right, that was the geyser center outside that building. Question mark A. Did all that happen while I was busy cleaning? Cleaning down here, not going anywhere. Yes, the kappa and the shrine at the foot of the mountain must have joined forces to produce such a feat of science. Science. That's the school of thought that brought about the agricultural revolution, right? Yes, this does look sciencey. It's easy to clean here. It cleans itself almost. Was wondering what that shrine maiden was up to. She must have been working on this. I think this facility was created to replicate the power of the sun. You said your mistress was a vampire, didn't you? It replicates sunlight, you say. I think there was a fairy with a similar power who disguised herself as one of our maids. Maybe that fairy is in cahoots with the shrine. The Tengu might have also leaked our technology to them. My mistress can't stand such sunlight. And she planned to take over the underworld, where the light of the sun has no power. The underworld could have been used to help resolve our energy problems. My gods won't be happy about this. It looks like the Scarlet Devil Mansion. And Moria Shrine. Should team up. Do you recognize them, Miss Li Huan? Miss Sakuya and Miss Sanae, but they look and sound a little different. I can sense that they are divergent spirits, but I still don't understand what divergent spirits actually are. Regardless, we have to get past them to continue our quest. From what I can hear of their desires, they are extremely paranoid. They suspect that everything is a plot devised by some shrine at the foot of a mountain. I doubt we can pass by peacefully. It's all Remo's fault. Can we try talking to them? I wouldn't recommend it, but cannot stop you. I've always maintained that you should try to reason with people who disagree with you. In the past, I came to an understanding with the humans and yokai who opposed me by conversing with them, because conversation is key. So until you have spoken your piece, until they have listened, we will protect you. Hello. Could you please listen to what we have to say? We do not wish to be your enemies, so feel free to ask us anything as well. We might be able to help you. Where did you all come from? History wasn't my best subject, but even I can tell what you are. No, it's like the sight of you rang a bell in my mind. You're both religious people, aren't you? And you practice religions that oppose Shinto. Now that I think about it, is that shrine at the base of the mountain a proper Shinto shrine? I can't let this slide. Yes, seeing you two made everything clear to me as well. You are both affiliated with sunlight, aren't you? Do you plan to clear the mist? I thought I only had to worry about that shrine maiden and the magician, but now there are others. It seems religious folks are in greater need of mercy. I'll show you my divine power that causes miracles. Conversation did not work at all. 2 types of visitors. What are you planning? Wrong lock, correct key. No way. Don't tell me you're building a giant robot. Miss Sakuya, Miss Sane. They're gone. I made them disappear. So they were divergent spirits, just as we suspected. That won't make Miss Li Huan feel any better. Miss Miko, Miss Byakuren, can you please explain the divergent spirits again? Well, I suppose... Divergent spirits are beings that possess the same appearance, abilities and memories of a real person. They also have pseudo-physical bodies, just like ghosts, so they will also feel the same if you touch them. We can intuitively distinguish them between real people and divergent spirits, but we don't know how. We also don't know why the edges of the incident caused divergent spirits to appear. It pains me to say this, but while I have mostly gotten over the lethargy I felt upon waking up, I still feel a little bit off. Me too. I might be able to sense something more about divergent spirits when I fully recover. Maybe these beings we call divergent spirits came from another world. You mean, like yourself? You're right, I suppose that would explain a few things. What do you mean? Miss Li Huan has identified the divergent spirits as familiar, even though they look and sound slightly different. Their characteristics did not vary to such an extent that would cause her to classify them as different people. If they came from another world, they would have the same fate and perform the same role, even if their looks differed. Wait a minute. Isn't it really bad if what you say is true? We have already defeated 3 beings that were different, yet very similar to people Miss Li Huan knows. You're saying that these divergent spirits are also real people who just look and sound a little different. Did you call yourself Prince Shotoku? The same Prince Shotoku who fought in a war? You even swore an oath to propagate Buddhism and you prayed for victory in battle. Aren't you accustomed to killing? What about you then? Aren't you a priest? Buddhist priests will take up weapons if it is to protect the teachings of Buddha, but this isn't that kind of battle. It looked like they got sucked up when they vanished. Maybe they returned to the worlds they came from. What? Are you that scared of taking a life? Fine. Keep your head in the clouds for what little time you have left, 'cause it won't be long till your own life is taken. Who said that? I did. I have a feeling. I mean, I had a feeling as soon as I saw the box, but I have a feeling. Coming soon. Feelings coming soon. Yes, the coin is talking. Well, things went decently fast, so we can do more things. The first thing is a new thing. I'm not sure if I will be able to do this on stream, but I guess I can try my best. Corindo is a new mode, which will have probably different cartridges in here. But for now there's only one mini game we can play, which is Rainbow's Great Exorcism. Rainbow's Great Exorcism is a rhythm game. What kind of reference are you wondering about? As a test, I did normal and hard mode of LostWord Chronicle, and I don't think I'm good enough to do them very well, but let's take a look at all the songs and maybe try Lunatic LostWord at the end. Let's start with The Heat of My Fingertips, normal mode. Oops. Bit late. Yeah, this is gonna be hard to do with mouse. Maybe if I do it with one finger on one of them and the mouse on the other. Works better. I have a mouse on the left and my finger on the right. Also, it's not going better anymore. I might have to do both with fingers, so that I don't get lag from going between my phone and the PC screen. I think that's better. Still not perfect because I'm looking at the screen upside down. My setup for recording LostWord is not the best for this particular thing. So we will not be doing lunatic things, I think. Higher difficulties do add different notes, like the ones where you need to hold for a while and then let go. I missed. Oh, there was a hold one at the end. That was not a nice surprise at the end there. Also, right finger better than left finger, I guess. Remo did die horribly. There's only 3 songs for this right now, so it's not gonna take long to show them all off. Oops. A poor combo. Doesn't help that the music in my ears is not necessarily synced with the game either that I'm seeing. At least it was mercifully short. Well, this time the left finger has misses. And the right does not. Also, what you get for this is 3 spirit power each day. Okay, let's just look at Lunatic. It's not like I'm gonna lose anything. It's not like it's gonna stop me midway. Oh man. I have a really hard time seeing the hold ones coming. I think I'm decent at the ones where you need to click both at the same time. This is chaos. Yay. The game deletes itself. Yeah. This went a lot better than I expected, honestly, from the way I was hanging over the phone for it. But yeah, this needs to be learned to be good at. Let's go back to things where I don't need to physically exert myself. Because we have another entry to the library. With a different artist, this time being Moyazo. The second manga. Me and the Lost Parallel World. The LostWord incident has led to the creation of countless different Gensokyos. This story takes place in one of the alternate realities, where regular human Chino lives out her everyday life in modern-day Genzo Town. Yes, looks silly already. Welcome to the Dream World. I am the caretaker of this place, Dorami Sweet. Recently, I found a new way to keep myself entertained. Have I been having a tough time with the LostWord incident? Fizzle fizzle. Yes, that's exactly what I want to talk about. I've been observing as it wreaks havoc across various Gensokyos. Watching each of the infinite possibilities unfold provides me with endless entertainment. It's all part of my job. I'm not just spying. Boom. I made the screen bigger today, so I could read the sound effects. And had less problem reading these manga pages in general. That looks like fun. What's a fairy doing here? Don't know. I was up late and then BAM! Here I am. Oh, what do we have here? Maybe it's best if you don't. I wanna play too! Jump! Whoosh! Oh my. She fell into another world without a seal crystal. Poor thing. Well, let's observe what this world has in store for her tonight, shall we? It's starting. Huff, huff, huff. This sucks. Western student of the East, Marisa Kurisama. Huff, huff, huff. I can't believe I missed the bus. What's the hurry, Marisa? Reimu, we're gonna be late. Wonderful student of paradise, Reimu Hakure. What? You'll have plenty of time if you fly. No fair. Lost Parallel World and me. The modern day flying shrine maiden. I'm telling you, Dai. I had the weirdest dream. I was flying and everything. Airheaded elementary schooler. Cheno! That's great, but if we don't hurry, we're gonna be late. Ordinary elementary schooler. There you say. Maybe my dream was trying to tell me I'll be able to fly someday. Flap, 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 flap. I don't know. Flying sounds impossible for regular humans like us. What? Fine, but if I learn how to fly, you gotta give me your dessert. Whoosh. A bird, a plane. A flying high schooler. Asked I. She saw it too. my Mandarin. You kids sure get riled up over the dumbest stories. Mean-spirited foreign exchange student. Clown piece. Yes. Everyone in Genso Town is BAM! Perfect freeze! Which is just a head butt. If you got a problem with, we'll settle it in a battle of bullets. Bring it on! Stop fighting! They're only pretending. The Nigashi Fukami Genzo High School Secret Sealing Club. Secret society that protects Genzo Town from all things supernatural. At least, that's what we are supposed to be. With no incidents to resolve, it sure is boring around here. Sigh. Superficial student, Sanoe Kochiya. Ain't it nice to have a little peace and quiet? If things go on like this, our carefree school days will be over before we know it. Maybe. We are just ordinary high school students. Bonk. The Secret Sealing Club is in business. Yes, Rainbow, you are an ordinary flying high school student. Marisa's a typical witch girl anime geek. Hey, Witch of Scarlet Dreams is a timeless classic. Now streaming on Genzo Flix. Sanai's a weirdo who talks to herself. Rumble, rumble. I'll have you know guardian spirits do exist. And as for me, all I can do is fly. Yep. No incidents ever go on around here. Now, where's that book? That's pretty strange. Float. All you can do is fly. She went this way! Great after-school Genzo adventure. Dash! Let's go catch that flying high schooler! Full steam ahead! Yay! This is stupid! You didn't have to come with us. My, don't you all look cheerful today? Good morning! Vroom! Head priest! Good morning, head priest! Poof. Who poofed? Oh, Jenna poofed. Jenna! Don't run off like that. Shiraiwa ice cream. Pat pat. You're the only one who knows where we are supposed to be going. Is this the right way? Jenna! Let's battle. Loser pays for ice cream. That's one you pay. That's one you play coin. Grin. What about the flying girl? This is our usual after-school routine. Ulterior motives. Perfect and elegant student. Sakuya Izayoi. Your lunch always looks amazing, Sakuya. Thanks. I get it from the kitchen at my part-time job. Did she come here to show off? She's not even a club member. Also, yes, there was a welcome hell on Clown Piece's back. You said you were a maid at some mansion, right? You're always eating the weirdest stuff, Marisa. Nom nom. Eats a power item. They were getting rid of these over at Corindo. Remo, your lunch is... What? Munch, 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 munch. Bean sprout. By the way, Sanai. Eee! I forgot my lunch. Can't you do something about it with one of your miracles? This isn't exactly something worthy of divine intervention. Not giving you any of mine. I didn't ask! Swirl. Yeah, you can have mine. Huh? The infamous lunch snatcher Marisa is giving away food? I can always get more. I didn't really want to go back to Corin's dingy old shop. But now that I've got no lunch and all, I guess I got no choice. Oh good, you're a tsundere. Why doesn't she just go to the school cafeteria? Hand it over! Wow, these houses are huge. I've never been there before. Look at that! It's not that great. Scarlet Mansion. Sparkle, sparkle. Bet the final boss lives in there. Dash, dash, dash. Did you forget what we are doing again? Shem, that's trespassing. Dangerous creature sighted. Modern day falling starlight. Star Sapphire. Your direction skill. Your detection skill sure works quickly, Star. There's a scary looking girl by the gate. What should we do? Leave it to me. Drank loving sunlight. Sunny milk. And control light. What does this have to do with light? It's optical camouflage. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Do you have special ability too, Luna? Of course. I have the capability to fall over. Run away! Tumbling moonlight. Luna child. What? Scarlet Owl mentions troubles. Plan. I'm gonna leave some snacks out here, okay? Clunk. Modern day Scarlet Lady. Remilia Scarlet. Assistant freeloader. Jolly knowledge. Is your little sister still shut up in her room? It seems she hasn't been able to make any friends at school. All she talks about are witches and devils. She must take after you since you still pretend to be a vampire. You are the one who got her obsessed with witch girls. Blah. Whoa, this place is huge. Sure is nice in here. Lady Remilia, Lady Patchouli, I invited my friends over. So soft. Squish. Please make yourselves at home. Hey, how much is the rent for this place? Don't you think your maid has a little too much freedom? Wait, I thought she was your friend. Can I have some juice? Don't go fishing through someone else's fridge. The guardian spirits have declared this the perfect place for their new shrine. She just showed up here one day. I thought you hired her. Huh? Sakuya, where did you come from? Tragedy for the ages. Ah! The bus is here. Hey, wait for us! Yukari Yakumo. Let's get the next one. Nonsense, leave it to me. Chen, run, Yakumo. The door is now closing. Clank. See? No problem. Wow. Did you use a gap? You're amazing, Granny Yukari. Yes, I, Lady Yukari, am quite incredible. There's no bus tickets, okay. That's the best use of ability of borders we have ever seen. Also, these three did not get titles. Phew, that was some workout. A woman of your age shouldn't push herself so hard. What did you say? Whatever. Why don't we go find a seat, Chen? Full bus! Can I have my seat, old lady? Old lady? No. That won't be necessary. Priority seats. But Kane always says you gotta let the old folks sit in the old folks' seats. Don't think I'm just going to let this go, Ran. The girl who stopped time. Does Flan seriously still watch Witch of Scarlet Dreams? Ah, that magic stuff is so lame. And what's with that ugly stick? Wouldn't know a good show if it hit them over the head. I'm better off on my own. Yeah, all on my own. Sister of the devil, self-proclaimed. Blender Scarlet. Wait, you like Witch of Scarlet Dreams too? Well, yeah, I watch it sometimes, I guess. Isn't your locker stuffed full with merch? Huh? I wonder if she wants to be friends. Swish. That was close. We just had a moment longer. We could get her to come out. Well then, shall I try stopping time? Huh? It's getting late. Guess we should head out. Nonsense. Look at the time. You've only just arrived. Please relax and enjoy yourselves. I want to hang out more. Do you plan on keeping them here until my sister comes out? Wait. She stopped time by throwing knives at it. At the clock. Practical use. Beware of reporters. Just how far do you plan on dragging us along? Broom. Hi, she flew this way, right? Huh? Yes. Are you sure you actually saw her? You probably saw a bird or something. Even your eyes are stupid. I told you, you don't have to come with us. Argue, argue, argue. Hey, I'm here because I can't trust you idiots on your own. Don't lump us in with Cherno. Flash! Who the heck are you? I'm a freelance reporter. Just happened to be passing by. Aya Shamei, Maru. So, you've heard the rumors about the flying girl, correct? Click, click. Swish. I'm following the story very closely, so please tell me what you know. Tell me everything. Tell me, 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 rumble, rumble, rumble. Hey, you're there. Oh, fastest reporter in Gensrud. Uh-oh. This is bad. I've really done it this time. Tap, 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 tap. Of all the things to leave in the club room. A scoop? I wanted to give it to him sooner, but I kept chickening out. And now... Dear Corin, just please let me reach it before Remo and Sanae. Remo, take a look at this. Eek! Crack, creak. Who was the officer though? Is it Yomu? At a glance I thought it was Eren, but... From the hairstyle I guess it's more Yomu-like. Oh, Marisa, this is... Fine. It's a love letter for Corin. So what? Multi-sighting. Trouble over Gensokyo. Rumors of a flying object. Could it be a UFO? Exclusive interview with UFO expert Nue. We finally have an incident to resolve. Or at least, that's what I was going to say. What's this about a love letter? Please forget about it. Sulk. Pout. Welcome, Fashion Center. Come on, you two.
That's it, I'm out of here.
I should go after her. I don't remember what we are looking for anymore. Who needs her? She shouldn't have come with us if she was just gonna complain. Mistress. Perfect. Peace's mom is a famous fashion designer, right? I heard Peace lives in a dorm because she's always away on business trips.
That sounds lonely.
How about we go apologize? Corindo, variety shop. What are you going off and finding cool shops without my permission? Ooh! Yeah, no. Me and my friends are going out looking for UFOs. Meet up. Would you like to come with us, mistress?
Ah!
Why are you yelling? If Marisa's going, I'll go too. Well, I've got my sister to think about. Ka-chunk. Oh. Creak. Clan, you left your room. Would you like to come with us? Nod. I promise you'll all get along great. Wink. Smile! Later that day. Thank you for allowing us to accompany you today. Oh, you got an invite too, Sakuya. I thought this was supposed to be a club members only thing. She really liked us all the time. Wow, okay. Sure. Disconnect. Disconnect for me. Why don't you? And now it's huge. Guess this is fine. Yeah, should be fine. Yelled too much. She really liked us all the time. We'll protect this town from any incident. Don, 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 don. Higashi Fukami, Genso High School, Secret Sealing Club. Move out! Genso Town, UFO Hunters. What are we doing at Corindo? Wonder if they have any rare merch. Sorry, cash only. Whatever you're looking for, we've got it. Corindo! Got a letter for someone, right? Mind your own business! There's nothing more exciting than incidents and love. Squeeze! Fine, I get it. Us girls gotta behave. Gotta be brave. Humph. Aw. Remind me again, what exactly are we doing here? Me and Marisa are... Found her! Boy, that size difference. Genso Town, Airways. See, I told you. The flying high school girl is real. Holy cow. It's magic. Not really. You can do it if you can do it too if you try. I don't think that's how it works, Reimu. My back. Ow, wow, wow. Maybe I was wrong about this town. Come play with us sometime. I never did give him the letter. Love hurts. Who thought? Who would have thought that UFO was you all along, Remo?
Hey, you!
This whole flying thing you do is really cool. How about you teach me how to do it? Well, I guess if you joined our club and paid the membership fee, yippee! One step closer to becoming the strongest. Deal! It's all about the money. Flying is all about the money. Oh no. Huh? Jenna! Where am I? Did you enjoy your time in the dream world? This reality's incident is quickly nearing its conclusion. It's time for you to return home. I don't get it. That's right. We made a deal.
Extra, extra! Oh!
So, in that world, we the fairies and yokai lived as normal people. Ah, I missed the carefree student life. Just what exactly was lost there anyways?
Hey!
Teach me how to fly already! We had a deal! What? Don't you already know how to fly? Huh? Huh?
Oh yeah!
Jenna! What a weirdo. I'm telling you, Dai, I had the weirdest dream. Really? What happened? It was probably a dumb baby dream.
What did you say?
Next, Phantasm. That was a pretty cute story. I like that a lot more than the previous one. And that makes me more excited for future ones. Learning to fly by getting kicked off a cliff. That's just how you become cursed. But that's all for today.
課題面倒枕が変わると
Thank you for watching.
いつもは最高にふかふかの安眠枕を使ってるの
See you
ど
again
んな枕かって
when there's more Touhou LostWord to do. Yukari, are you done talking yet? I'm talking here, old lady. Hey, what that?